Welcome to a journey through time and devotion. Today, we step into the sacred precincts of Tirukazhipalai, home to the ancient and wondrous Arulmigu Palvanna Nathar Temple. Located in the Kadalur district of Tamil Nadu, this sanctuary is not just a monument of stone, but a living testament to a miracle that turned sand into the color of pure milk. As the fourth shrine on the northern bank of the Kaveri celebrated in the Devaram hymns, its soil has been sanctified by the footsteps of great saints like Tirunavukarasar, Thiruñana Sambandar and Sundarar. Our story begins in the mists of the Puranic era with the great Sage Kapila. A tireless seeker of the divine, Sage Kapila travelled across the earthly realm, visiting every sacred site to catch a glimpse of Lord Shiva. His travels eventually led him to a dense, serene forest of Bilva trees. Captivated by the spiritual energy of this grove, the sage decided to halt his journey and perform a dedicated Shiva puja. However, as he prepared for his rituals, he noticed something extraordinary. The sand beneath his feet was not the usual golden or brown hue of the earth. It was dazzlingly white, like a field of fallen clouds. Puzzled by this phenomenon, Sage Kapila began to observe the surroundings closely. He soon discovered a mystical sight. Every day, as the local cows returned from their grazing, they would pause over this specific patch of sand. Without any human intervention, milk would spontaneously flow from their udders, drenching the earth. This was no ordinary occurrence. It was revealed that Kamadhenu, the celestial cow of the Devas, had descended to earth in the form of these cattle to offer her milk to the hidden divinity within the earth. Over time, the constant pouring of this sacred milk had transformed the very chemistry and color of the sand, turning it ivory white. Inspired by this divine sign, Sage Kapila gathered the milk-soaked white sand and carefully molded it into a Shiva Lingam. He consecrated this deity right there in the Bilva forest and began his daily worship with profound devotion. Because the Lord was formed from the essence of milk-colored earth, he came to be known as Palvanna Nathar, the Lord, the color of milk. Even today, the area where this miracle occurred is known as Vellai Manal or white sand. The legend takes a dramatic turn with the arrival of King Sagran. While riding through the forest on his stallion, the king inadvertently galloped over the spot where the sage was worshipping. In a moment of accidental sacrilege, the heavy hoof of the horse struck the top of the delicate sand lingam, leaving a deep, jagged cleft in the divine form. When Sage Kapila returned to find his beloved deity scarred and broken, he was overcome with grief. Believing a damaged lingam was unfit for worship, he immediately set out to create a new one to replace it. As the sage began his work on the replacement, a brilliant light filled the forest. Lord Shiva, accompanied by his consort goddess Vedanayaki, appeared before the trembling sage. The Lord stayed the sage's hand, saying, "O Rishi, do not replace this lingam. Worship it exactly as it is, even with the scar. This form, fashioned from the white sand and the milk of Kamadhenu, is most dear to me. Those who worship this scarred lingam will be blessed with every wealth and reach the highest peaks of life." Obeying the divine command, Sage Kapila continued his penance. To this day, the lingam in the sanctum sanctorum of Tirukazhipalai bears that ancient horse hoof mark. Remarkably, the depression is so deep that it can hold nearly 2 liters of milk during the daily Abhishekam. The legend of Palvanna Nathar is not confined to the past. It lives on through the temple's unique rituals. Because the lingam is made of sand and milk, it possesses a special spiritual potency. After the daily ritual bath, the milk that collects within the hoof print of the lingam is distributed to devotees as prasadam. It is a firm belief among the faithful that consuming this sacred milk has the power to heal all types of diseases and ailments. The Sthalapuranam also reminds us of the temple's resilience. Originally located where the Kollidam River, North Kaveri, meets the sea, the temple was once destroyed by a massive flood. Yet the devotion of the people was so strong that they relocated and reconstructed the shrine, ensuring that the legacy of Sage Kapila and the milk-colored Lord would never be lost to the waves. Every corner of Tirukazhipalai whispers a story of divine intervention. From the land of timeless wisdom to the world, this is Deva Bhumi Worldwide, subscribe, and share this journey with someone who believes in the divine.